I mean, how likely is it that the Blink album I've been waiting for my whole life has a sound to it that is that challenging that I end up with my ears ringing after listening to it? I don't think any other album I ever listened to had this effect, and that really frustrates me. Welcome back to another video. I'm the Average Fan, and today I will tell you what I think of One More Time, the new Blink-182 album. So let me say this first. I'm very grateful that we have this album. It means very much and it denotes a new era of my favorite band. So let's talk about the songs and the songwriting on One More Time. I think the songwriting on this album totally feels like Blink-182. I mean, a lot of songs on California and some on 9 felt like Blink-182 too, but no 100%. Something was like missing. But I have to admit, when Neighborhoods came out, this one did not sound as Blink-182 as well. So it's not just the three of them, it's the three of them with the right feeling. It's like the whole thing happening right now. It's the tour. You can kind of feel the energy that's between them, and it really feels like Blink again. So this made the album feel like Blink again too, to me. And of course the lyrics, a lot of these songs are very emotional, very intense and deep. Others are seem like pretty lazy lyrics to me, although I cannot say that much about lyrics because I'm not a native speaker, I'm German. I concentrate more on the songwriting and melody writing and the production. But nevertheless, I noticed some great lyrical moments on the album. So that's a perfect segue to the first song of the record. So Anthem Part 3 is the opener. It's a great opener for this album. The opening riff, the clean opening riff, is very similar to Anthem Part 2, but in a cool way. And what I love about this song, really, the meaning of the lyrics, especially the chorus. Second, the nostalgia that comes with Anthem continuing, 1, 2, 3, it's awesome. And third, that Mark is singing in this song. I did not expect it, and his part is pretty cool, especially the No one gave a fuck that you did. Dance With Me. If you've seen my reaction, if not, you can check it out. You know that I love this song. I still do. I think it's a great one. It's catchy as hell. Tom's riff is awesome. I love the chorus with the allays. Tom sounds very Blinkish on the verses. So yeah, I think that's one of the best songs on the album. Then Fell in Love. I really like the song, which surprised me because I read some comments. I waited, I did not hear it when it came out as a single. I just read some comments, it is too poppy and lame and blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm surprised that I liked it because I was not a fan either of rock bands going too poppy, but I think Blink did it very well, combining their Blink sound with some poppier sound elements, and I think it's a catchy song. And then Terrified, I could immediately hear that this is the Boxcar song. When the chorus change kicks in, it sounds so much like Boxcar Racer. And I think it's so nice that this song has a place on this album, especially because Mark had the inner peace to let it happen, because he back then had some problems with Boxcar Racer, Tom doing his own thing, and I think, yeah, that's huge. That's a huge step for the band. Then One More Time. I already told my opinion and my reaction. You can check it out here. I think this song totally lifts from the lyrics, from its emotions. It has a cool, catchy chorus. What I do not like about the song is they sound too robotic, too, I don't know, I don't like how the vocals are edited here. They sound thin and robotic and artificial. It sounds like they used an EQ and cut too much of the low end. It's like too flat. I don't like the sound of the vocals on this album on a lot of songs, but let me come to this later in my review. More Than You Know. I did a reaction to this as well because it was also a single, and I think it's a cool solid song. It's straightforward. Love the double bass that we get to hear for the first time on any Blink song. I love Tom's shouting part, and I love the C part, especially the drumming. Then Turn This Off. Yeah, funny little song with a clear message. Next, When We Were Young. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite songs of the album when it comes to progressive songwriting, because of the chorus and its crazy time signature. It's like 7, 8. I love the riff the clean riff at the beginning. It's totally Blink, but kind of fresh. Then Edging. I like the song because it marks the whole Tom is coming back reunion thing, and it's catchy as hell, but that's about it. And what's very crazy when you check out the inlay of your vinyl or CD, Edging is the only song that was mastered. What? Then you don't know what you've got. The message of this song is intense. I mean, when you know about Mark's last years, yeah, and I love the chorus. I don't know, it has a great C part instrumental, one of my favorites. Then Blink Wave, and I think this is kind of the Always of One More Time. It has an 80s vibe, and I remember Always had the working title 80s song when they're working on the Untitled. So yeah.
Hey, what's the 80s song called? Always?
And have you noticed this Enema of the State sounding synth organ at the end? I really want to know what kind of synth that is, because Blink really made it its own. And then Bad News. I like that the riff is played in triplets, and I love the bridge because it's Tom doing a riff instead of chords filling up the whole space. There's just a riff and bass and drums and singing, and I like that sound. It sounds so Blink. There are too many parts on the album where too much is going on and you are not able to hear the instruments clearly. Like, oh yeah, there's the guitar, there's the bass, vocals right here, and drums. The only thing you can hear in every second are the drums. They're so loud, they're so triggered. Yeah, way too loud, way too triggered. When you compare it to Take a Fancy Jacket or The Untitled or Enema, anything Jerry Finn has produced, it's totally different. When you close your eyes, you can kind of see Tom playing the guitar or Mark playing the bass. I mean, the bass sound on Take a Fancy Jacket, come on, when you hit online songs, Josie, wow, this bass sound is like the best bass sound ever. What Jerry Finn was very great at was to capture the sound of a band in a way as if you were standing in the middle of their rehearsing room with an awesome sound. Of course, rehearsal rooms do not have the best sound normally, but if it would have a great sound, then I imagine it to sound like Jerry Finn's production. He was very good at capturing a band's sound. And with this album, unfortunately, this is not the case. The guitar is hidden behind the cymbals. It's lacking something. And this is maybe the first time now in my video and my review where I have to mention that I really have my problems with the production. Heard an interlude, sounds a little bit like Indian Airways, but no problem there. It's okay, I honestly don't know exactly what kind of interlude it's supposed to be, because I don't feel like it's really leading up to the next song. Then Turpentine. This song is also interesting because I think it has a 4/4 time signature, but it feels like 6/8. That's kind of crazy. Then Fuckface. Kind of crazy that Mark and Tom are singing there. That I did not hear it. The sound is supposed to be trashy, but I have to say the sound of the song is kind of more pleasant to my ears than the rest of the album when I hear it in full. Not better, but it does not have those treble frequencies that are a little disturbing when you hear the whole album, but I'll tell you more in a second. Other Side. In parts it has Enema vibes of the Mark songs of this album. I like this one most, I think. Then Childhood. And again, I kind of like the song, especially the outro with this analog 8-bit synth and the drums. That's very cool, I like it. But the last chorus, what the hell is happening there? It sounds so distorted in the treble frequencies. It hurts my ears. And there are a couple moments on the album where I had the intention to turn down the volume. And it's not a good sign for production when you have the intention to lower the volume. And there's Cut Me Off and See You, the new bonus tracks. I listened to them like 3 times and I think they're pretty cool. I like the chorus of Cut Me Off is very untypical, but very cool. See You is yeah, solid. I need more time listening to it, but more songs are always great, right? So let's dive into my problems with the production, especially mix and mastering. I do not dislike the raw recording sound. I think somewhere in the process, someone really messed it up. They added way too much treble frequencies that are hurting my ears when I'm listening to the album in full. I was listening with my best friend. We had a little release party here, and we had my monitors, my Neumann speakers pretty loud. And with the 8th song or so, we both were the first time where we were like, let's lower the volume a little bit. It's very exhausting and fatiguing my ears. I mean, let me say this, the production in terms of arrangement, etc. is great. All these cool time signature things and everything, love it. I really think it's one of their best albums since Untitled, composing and arrangement wise, but it's way too loud. I mean, now I know why all the songs are written in caps, but no, I mean, not the loudness is the problem, but it's the high frequencies. It's like the compression is too heavy. You can kind of hear the song pumping up and down on songs like Turn This Off. Because of the when you compare it to Happy Holidays, that's a very good comparison. Let's hear.
It's Christmas Eve and I've only wrapped 2 fucking presents. Christmas Eve and I've only wrapped 2. If you're too sensitive, we'll turn this off. If you're offended by these words, then please fuck off.
It's like with Turn This Off, it's like you cannot breathe. It's pumping and just too heavy compression. Sorry, I have to say it. I know it's like an overused phrase, but in this case, it's really true. And as I mentioned, in the treble frequencies, there's something going on that's tiring my ears when I listen to the full album. And if you think I exaggerated, let me tell you this. I don't know of any album where I had the situation that I wanted to lower the volume because it fatigued my ears and it hurts my ears kind of. When we were done listening to the album, my ears were ringing like after a concert. I mean, yeah, we heard it loud, but I listen to music loud all the time, and that was I really feel like the album is too polished. I think the drums are triggered. Every drum hit is triggered as hell. It sounds like you programmed the drums. The cymbals way too. The cymbals are getting in the way with the guitar, and then the vocals are like too thin and artificial. You can kind of hear Melodyne or Autotune being used very heavily. I mean, you can pretty easily use Melodyne and not notice it at all, but on this production, it's like someone is like just experiencing Melodyne. Oh, that's cool. Let's flatten this curve. I don't like the trend of newer productions that they are so much edited that it's lacking some life, some characters, some soul. But that's just my opinion. And I do not dislike newer productions in general. They are cool productions. I kind of like it that it's so clean, but it still has to have some character there. In terms of songwriting, I think it's a great album, but I know the sound will get in the way of me enjoying this album as a whole. I think I will get to the album in putting the songs in my playlist. So new Blink song, other song, other song, other song, Blink song, other song. So my ears won't get tired. Let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, how likely is it that the Blink album I've been waiting for my whole life has a sound to it that is that challenging that I end up with my ears ringing after listening to it? I don't think any other album I ever listened to had this effect, and that really frustrates me. But to end with a positive note, the album has great songs, and I'm extremely glad and thankful that the guys delivered something this awesome. I mean, I will be able to enjoy the songs of this album, but in my playlist, I think the overall album is a 8 out of 10. Production, really, I have my problems with it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. So let's discuss the album down in the comments. How do you like it? What do you think of the production? Did you notice these things? Or do you simply find it brilliant? Just have a little discussion down there. And I'm the Average Fan, and I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one.